Malan. So in this video, let's discuss all about the root chakra. And we're going to go back into the idea of where the root chakra came from. Like I said in the other video about the introduction to the chakra system, it all came from the Vedas and the Rig Veda, which were the ancient Hindu texts that were given to the people in India in that ancient time. And this was a system that was given to humans in order to reach a state of enlightenment and to reach balance of overcoming temptations and obstacles within the physical world. So starting at the root chakra is very important. In the ancient Hindu text, it says that the Muladhara is the memory center, and it's located at the base of the spine. And it creates a consciousness of time through the powers of memory. Whenever we go back in our memory patterns, we are using the forces of the Muladhara. It has 4 petals or aspects, one of which governs memories of past lives, and the other 3 contain the compiled memory patterns and interrelated karmas of this life. This chakra is associated with the human qualities of individuality, egoism, physicality, materialism, and dominance. A person lives predominantly in this chakra during the first 7 years of life, acquiring language skills, relationships, and cultural ways. So the root chakra is the base, and it stands for an individual feeling like they are rooted in the earth. It is a chakra that is related to the element of the earth, and it's at the base of the spine, basically where the anus is. So it represents the excretion that comes from the human being, and it's letting go of the toxins within, and that's why it's at the base of the spine. So they related to the idea that that particular energy center, and each chakra kind of looks like a wheel, and when it's described in the Vedas, it's talked about as wheels that are spinning and have some form of arrows or actions that spin outwards from the center of these wheels. And they are spinning and they're rotating until they get blocked or stopped, or they just are not functioning. So how you get them to spin and rotate is by achieving balance within those particular areas of your life. So the root chakra is all about you feeling very grounded to earth, feeling as if you belong. Part of that obstacle is overcoming a great challenge of feeling like you are grounded or part of earth, even if you may feel like you're an alien or feel like your family doesn't understand you, or if you feel, not connected to your family. It's important to discover the roots of your being outside of the family relationships. Because if someone is adopted or they just have a bad relationship with their family, those roots need to be established by the actual individual soul. They need to find it somehow inside of them to feel connected to the earth, connected to the cosmos, connected to everyone around them in order to establish that grounding. The root chakra is said to be where the Kundalini energy is located and is waiting and is coiled around in that base of the coccyx, around where that subtle body is of the spine. And when that energy is brought to life, and that prana, the energy that is inside of someone, starts to rise up the spine, that is where it is said to start from, is to start from the root chakra at the base of the spine, of the subtle body, not the physical spine. This is about the subtle, immaterial, spiritual spine, because you have 2 types of bodies. According to these ancient texts, you have your material body and then you have your spiritual body. And it's true, if you close your eyes and you imagine your body, that is your spiritual body. That is you visualizing your immaterial spiritual self. So the Muladhara, which is the Sanskrit word for the root chakra, is at the coccyx and the tailbone. And it is associated with the color red. And that's where we get into the idea of science teaching us about the rainbow light spectrum, and how red is the lowest frequency, and that is the shortest waves, and it is the lowest frequency color. So that is the lowest dimension of the consciousness, and it is in place, or it is a center that someone is aware of in the first 7 years of their life. It is already established, because you are growing up, and as a child you start to feel, okay, I'm starting to belong to this world, or this is my home, and you start to find ways of belonging to your culture and where you are just from. And this is how people start to get that ego identity is starting to be basically built within a person. And it's associated with the word Lam. And so if you want to actually use the seed mantra and you want to focus on that particular area that might be blocked, you can use Lam. And you can, if you wanted to actually sing it on the note of Do, that would be even more beneficial for you. So Lam is the word that is the seed mantra in order to help get those centers spinning within your root chakra. It is represented as 4 petals. So if you think about a flower that has 4 petals, I think that's really beautiful. And they are represented within the Vedic scriptures as the virtues that are written upon them. And you can go further and look into what those virtues are. But as an elf, as someone who relates to the ways of the elves, how you might feel very connected, and how you might feel that your root chakra is spinning and is balanced and has that flow of energy, is to help visualize yourself as part of nature. Because the root chakra is associated with earth, well, then that is a given. The idea that Elven type of soul will feel a connection to nature and will feel that connection to earth. So if you are someone who is trying to focus on that area, try to imagine a tree root actually coming out of the base of your spine and then grabbing or growing towards the earth and reaching its roots down into the earth. That really helps to visualize yourself as part of earth. Even if you might be a starseed soul, you are here for a temporary time, and you really can't escape that reality, and you really have to face it. You are here for a particular reason, whether it's a mission, whether it's something to relearn, whatever it is. You need to feel grounded so that all the other chakras can have a balanced foundation, because that is really the start of the spinning action within the body. And that is how you can easily feel very connected to your root, is by imagining your body almost like a tree, and your roots are growing into the earth, and that will help to stabilize that particular area in your life and will help make you feel a little bit more secure and get those chakras spinning. But it has to do with you overcoming some challenges and obstacles that have to do with your roots, with your ties, with who you are as an ego identity. Once someone kind of detaches themselves from that ego identity of culture, of their family, and doesn't allow it to limit their growth, or doesn't allow it to limit their personality or their being, and they feel more connected to the whole universe and to the cosmos, that's when that area will start to spin and will truly be an area where it can really give a great foundation for the other chakras to start to spin and to bring forth that divine energy within you. So that is really it about the root chakra. There is so much to learn. Each of the chakras are associated with gods or goddesses according to the Vedic transcripts. But they have an esoteric wisdom behind them. They're associated with different gods and goddesses because those gods and goddesses actually represent an aspect of the human soul, aspect of what consciousness is trying to awaken to, that the human individual needs to somehow form a secure base within the human body. And you can do that by visualizing the subtle body being connected, and that energy area spinning and starting to shoot out beautiful red light everywhere. And this red light will start to spin and glow, and it will awaken the other and the next chakras. And they're all connected. And I drew a picture to show you a little bit more detail. So you have the root chakra that's spinning, but you also have all of the colors of your consciousness always attached to every chakra center. But the moment that this starts to spin, it is really connected to the other chakras. But for this purpose, we're going to just stick to the root chakra for now. And as an Elven one, I think the root chakra is something that can come very naturally to those that feel most connected to nature. You can really visualize the trees around you, grabbing you, holding you, bringing you closer to the earth, in which maybe your friends, maybe your family, maybe your current situation in your life is not making you feel very grounded. And perhaps you look to the stars or you look to other places to feel like this is your home. But wherever you are from, this is your temporary home. This is your place for a very temporary time in order for you to learn and pass some obstacles and some tests, and to have a good time and to enjoy the blissful experience and having the gift of life, because many do not have the gift of life. They are gone from this earth. So every day is truly a present, and you really need to see it that way, and each day is a new opportunity for you to learn and to grow. So focus on your root chakra. If this is an area that you feel is the foundational part of you that seems to be unstable, or there's some type of blockage within you, focus on the root chakra, because I will say the root chakra is the basis for all the other chakras. So if the root is not balanced and is not spinning, or there's some kind of blockage within that area, it's going to be very hard for you to align and to balance out the other chakras. So focus on the root chakra. Really visualize yourself having that tree at the base of your spine, growing and reaching down into the earth. And as an elf, you can feel very connected to the trees this way, and to the ground, and to the earth and the dirt all around you. And this is how you will help to stimulate that spinning of the root chakra that needs to happen in order for all the other chakras to start aligning themselves and to start opening up, so that you have that divine column of energy flowing through you at all times. So Hanan Lei for watching, and please refer to the link that I provide. It is a guided meditation in order to take you into the Elven realms and further bring you onto a journey of helping to open up your root chakra.